You called me yesterday. It started with a voicemail. Thursday night. I was alone in my apartment, half asleep on the couch, remote still in my hand, when my phone buzzed on the coffee table. One new voicemail, no missed call, just the message icon lighting up. That alone was weird. I sat up and rubbed my eyes, figuring I must have been too groggy to hear the ringtone, but when I checked the screen, it only got stranger. The call had come from my number, my own number. I stared at it, confused, then played the voicemail. The voice that came through the speaker made my blood run cold.
Listen, this is you. It's me. Whatever. I don't have time to explain. You're going to hear a knock at midnight. No matter what, don't answer the door. Don't even look through the peephole. Don't move. Just wait. Please. It'll leave if you don't react. Just trust me. Trust yourself. It's the only way you survive this. Midnight. Don't answer.
The message ended. I sat there frozen, the phone trembling slightly in my hand. I didn't remember recording anything like that. I hadn't touched the voicemail app in years, but I knew the voice. I knew the tone, the panic, the breathlessness. It was me, my voice, my inflection. But something was off. It sounded like me under extreme duress, like someone who'd seen something he wasn't supposed to. I played it again, over and over, analyzing every syllable, looking for a hint that this was a joke, some elaborate prank. I even thought maybe someone used AI to mimic my voice. But why? Who would do that? And how would they spoof my number? I checked the timestamp. Wednesday, 11:02 p.m. Yesterday, I racked my brain. What had I been doing last night? I was home. I'd ordered Chinese, watched 2 episodes of The Peripheral, and passed out on the couch. No calls, no weird messages. Nothing. So how did I call me without me knowing? And that's when I noticed the time. 11:59 p.m., but 1 minute to midnight. The words from the voicemail started echoing in my head. You're going to hear a knock at midnight. I stood slowly, not even sure what I was doing. I wasn't taking it seriously, not yet, just uneasy, curious. I walked to the front door of my apartment, each step feeling heavier, more reluctant than the last. The hallway light outside was on, filtering through the bottom gap under the door. Everything looked normal, silent, still. And then, knock. 3 soft taps. I jumped back like I'd been electrocuted. I swear my heart actually stopped for a second. The knock wasn't aggressive. It was polite, gentle, too gentle. I held my breath. Don't answer, don't move, don't look. That's what I'd said, or what other me said. I stayed frozen. Every instinct screamed to check, to glance through the peephole, to speak, to do something. But I didn't. I stood completely still in the middle of my living room, phone still clutched in my hand, breathing shallow, eyes on the door. 30 seconds passed, a full minute. Then, tap, 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 again. Slower this time. Same spot, still gentle, then a voice, muffled but clear. I know you're in there. I felt the hairs on my arms stand straight up. It wasn't my voice. It wasn't any voice I recognized. Too calm, too deliberate. I backed up, slowly, trying not to make noise. The voice came again, slightly closer to the door. You looked through the peephole yesterday. No, I didn't. I couldn't have. My back hit the wall. You didn't listen to yourself, the voice said. So now I'm here again. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't even open my mouth. I felt like a kid hiding from a monster under the bed. Let's try again tomorrow, the voice said. Maybe you'll make the right choice next time. And then, silence. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. I just waited. Eventually, I crept to the door and checked the peephole. I couldn't help myself, but there was nothing there. The hallway was empty. I barely slept that night. When I woke up the next morning, I checked my phone. No new messages, no missed calls. Until I went into the voicemail app again, there was a new message. From me, recorded that morning at 4:13 a.m. My hands trembled as I pressed play. I sounded exhausted, hoarse, terrified. Don't open the door tonight. Please, it'll knock again. You have to ignore it. If you look, if you speak, it knows. Every time it gets stronger. I've been through this loop 3 times already. You're the 4th. Just stay still. Please, don't become the 5th. I dropped the phone. 4th? Was this happening across versions of me? Were there others, past attempts, repeats? I started spiraling. What if I didn't listen? What if the knocking came again and I answered? Would that end the loop? Would it break it? Or trap me? That night I didn't move from the couch. I sat, staring at the door, phone in hand, waiting. Midnight struck, and right on cue. Knock, knock, knock. Then the voice. You opened the door once. A pause. You remember, don't you? I shook my head. I hadn't. I never. That's why you're here again. My phone buzzed. Another voicemail. Same number, my number. I didn't even touch it. I just stared as the message notification sat there like a loaded gun. Eventually, I worked up the courage to press play. You opened the door on the 3rd loop, the voice said. My voice. You thought it was your neighbor. You thought it'd be harmless. You invited it in. That's when everything changed. I've been trying to reset it ever since. Each time it finds a new way to knock, a new trick. This time it's using the voice. Your voice. It knows how to mimic. So if you hear yourself speaking, it's not you. Remember that. I screamed and threw the phone across the room. It shattered against the floor. And then, hello? A knock. Then, from the other side of the door, my voice. Hey, it's me. You. I left my phone inside. Can you open up real quick? But no. It kept knocking, lightly, for over an hour. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. And eventually, it stopped. I didn't get a voicemail that night. Or the next. I thought maybe I'd broken the cycle. Maybe I'd made the right choice. But then came Monday. Another voicemail. Same number. This time, the message was different. You're doing good. Just a few more loops. Each time you resist, it loses strength. But you'll need help soon. You can't keep doing this alone. You'll know the real message when you hear it. Don't trust anything else. Not even this one. I didn't understand. I still don't. That was 3 days ago. I've had no new messages since. No knocks, nothing. Until now. It's 11:59 p.m. and someone's at the door. They're not knocking this time. They're sliding something under the door. It's a phone. My phone. The same model, same lock screen, same background photo. And it's buzzing. A voicemail icon lights up. From my number, the screen says, "You called me yesterday." And now I don't know what to do. Because I already broke my phone. And this one's still working. And it's playing my voice. Only now. I'm the one saying, don't answer, not even to yourself, especially not to yourself. But it's already too late. Because now the voice from the hallway is whispering, "Hey, I am you." I was just smart enough to open the door first. And I can hear the doorknob turning. From the inside. It's moving. The doorknob is moving from the inside. That should be impossible. I didn't touch it. No one did. The lock was engaged. I double-checked it. I backed away slowly, my legs threatening to give out, my body trembling like a tuning fork. The phone on the floor was still buzzing, the voicemail repeating itself again and again. Don't answer, not even to yourself, especially not to yourself. I wanted to run. I wanted to scream, but every part of me was locked in place, like I was watching myself in a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. The doorknob twisted further. It was making these soft, deliberate clicks, like someone was learning how to turn it, how to be me. And then it stopped. The silence was somehow worse than the knocking. I stood there, sweating, heart in my throat, listening. And then the voice spoke again, still my voice. But this time it came from behind me. "You broke the loop. Good job. But now we need to talk." I spun around. No one there, just my reflection, in the hallway mirror near the kitchen. Except it didn't move when I did. My heart went dead cold. The reflection just stood there, staring at me, arms limp at its sides, mouth slightly open like it had just finished speaking. "I had to make sure you'd listen," it said, mouth moving half a beat out of sync with the words. "I tried everything, every warning, every version. This is the first time you didn't open the door." I stepped back. "What are you?" It tilted its head, mirroring the question. "I'm you, the part of you that survived, in the last loop." "What loop?" I asked. My voice cracked. "What is this?" "It's a trap, a memory trap. It resets every time one of us dies. You never remember dying, that's the point. You only remember almost dying. The entity uses that. It learns from each version. It wears us like clothes, uses our voices, uses our fears. I broke out once, left myself a message, and now we have a chance." I could barely think. "So what do I do?" The reflection's smile vanished. "Now you wait, because it's not trying to kill you anymore. Not yet. It's trying to replace you." That's when I heard it again, from the other side of the door. My voice. Only this time, it sounded more confident. "Hey, I finally figured it out. You can open up. We're safe now." I shook my head. "That's not me." The reflection nodded. "It'll keep trying. It'll sound more like you every night. Eventually, you won't be able to tell the difference." The thing outside knocked once. Not soft this time, but heavy, demanding, confident. Then I heard keys, my keys, rattling in the lock. I ran to the door, dropped to my knees, tried jamming the deadbolt tighter, but the lock was turning on its own, like it knew how everything worked now. I backed away, hyperventilating. From the mirror, the reflection called out, "Remember the rule. Don't let it in. Don't become it." "What does that mean?" But the reflection was gone. Just me in the mirror now, staring, eyes wide, mouth trembling. Then, click, the door unlocked. The handle began to turn. The door creaked open, just an inch, just enough for the light from the hallway to spill in like a blade. And standing in the crack was me, smiling, eyes black as oil. It stepped into the apartment, slowly, calmly, every movement exact. I didn't run. I couldn't. My legs didn't respond. I was frozen in place as it walked straight toward me. It reached out and gently placed a hand on my shoulder. "I've waited a long time for this," it said in my voice. "You listened. You resisted. You're ready now?" My lips parted, but no sound came. Then it leaned in, forehead almost touching mine, and whispered, "You're strong enough to take my place." Suddenly, my vision blurred. My ears rang. The apartment tilted sideways. I stumbled backward, but I wasn't in my apartment anymore. I was outside it, in the hall. Staring through the door, from the other side, the door slammed shut in my face. And I realized I was looking through the peephole now. From the outside, my voice came from behind the door, the real me, shouting, "Don't answer! Don't listen! It's not me! Don't open the door!" But it was too late. The new me had already locked it, already moved in, and the phone in my pocket buzzed. One new voicemail from my number, and I finally understood. I was the knock now, forever.